that you carry around all day.
Yeah.
Explode in there.
I actually have those bags as well. The Comic-Con bags. When Smallville did
the free comic book giveaway stuff they give out.
No, this is actually legit from San Diego. I got a couple of the totes. Yeah. What else? I mean, yeah, there's just all kinds of shit in there. But it's overrun with pops. Like there's no more real estate in there. I got to figure something out.
Don't you have a? I thought you had a. Don't you have a Spider-Man Jack in the Box?
Yeah,
like
we got that.
The Spider-Man song.
We actually got that a few years ago when we actually went to the fan days. My wife spotted it and was like, "This thing's pretty fucking cool." And when she started like spinning the little handle, it started going dun 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 instead of the the regular song in there. The Pop Goes the Weasel.
Yeah,
it was doing the Spider-Man song. She was like, "Oh, sold."
That's a definite right there.
I was like, how is this thing on sale here? Like, this thing's awesome. It's like actual like metal too, like an old school toy.
Yeah,
I think it's fucking cool.
Makes you wonder if they got a Batman one with the old school
Batman. That would be awesome.
Right?
That's gotta be one, right?
And like when it says Batman, like that's when he pops up. It's all purple.
That's
like the Adam West Batman.
But that's gotta be. It's too good not to be a toy.
That's gotta be one.
It's way too good not to be a toy.
Make a Darth Vader one. It's like dun dun dun. Yeah, it like pops up.
I do like going, man. Which who knows when we're gonna get to do another one, right? But
no.
This is kind of bummed me out a little bit, but at the same time, I'm like, man, this is so cool because I did like going looking through some of the toys and going, hey, did I have any of this stuff when I was growing up? Like, can I get a little bit of that childhood back here today? I really enjoyed that. Like, it just kind of looking to see what people have too, like anything out of the ordinary, anything that you like with a different spin. Because I bought those Ninja Turtle posters. Remember those?
Yeah, the artwork. Yeah, the artwork. Yeah,
I bought like this artist was doing some sweet fucking like Ninja Turtle posters, and they're black and white, but they all had their red bandanas, like the original red bandanas. And I was like, that's fucking cool. So I bought it, and it was hanging up in my room for like ever. I had it over my bed. When I started dating my wife, she's like, oh, okay. I was like, yeah, I got some shit on my walls.
Could be naked girls.
Nah, I was always a fucking nerd, so yeah. I got my Serenity or my Firefly poster, whatever it was, 10th anniversary poster, I believe it is, where it says you can't take the sky from me. So I thought that one's pretty fucking cool.
See, that's the thing. So before I met Burrito, she was like a Comic-Con or it's all nerdy guys that go to it's all nerds. It's all Star Trek and Star Wars and Lord of the Rings and all, just nerds,
It's not far off.
And so we went for the first time to a fan days in Irving, and we went with our friends, and like as she's walking around and like seeing all the stuff they had, she's like, "Oh my gosh, am I secretly a nerd?" Because like they had like like a whole bunch of like horror stuff from like scary movies and everything like that.
Yeah,
she was just like, she was shocked. She couldn't believe it. She was like, "Oh my gosh, I love all this stuff." And I was like, someone who fought me on this one. I was like, I'm gonna be bored the whole time. He's actually really enjoying themselves.
Look who opened themselves up to a new experience. Yeah. Dude, it's so much fun.
You can go ahead and say those words now, or you can wait. It's up to you. So, you were right. So, yeah.
I bet I was.
Yeah, damn right I was. Yeah. Yeah, no, she had a blast. Yeah, she ended up having fun. She had so much fun. And then the next one we went to was with you guys. She's like, well, now we got to go to the big one here in Dallas.
Yeah, the Dallas one was cool.
And when we went to that one that's the one you guys met Dream of Genie. And that was the one we all kicked ourselves in the ass for not meeting Stan Lee. Like, we were right there.
Yep. No, dude, his line was so fucking long. He was charging $150. And you didn't even get to talk to him.
Worth it.
Like, you didn't even say nothing to him. There's a guy on one side, or there's somebody on one side going, "What's your name?" And then they write on a sticker and he autographs it. He sends it to just kind of slides it over, and somebody else hands it to you. So he never is really looking at you. He's just looking down, signing pictures. That's it.
Yeah,
I got to see him. I mean, I saw him with my eyes.
That
was cool.
About it, yeah.
I'm still kicking myself for not getting Christopher Lloyd's autograph.
Yeah, dude.
I was pretty.
You said he was
stupid.
He was at a Comic-Con you went to, and
he was at a fan days here in Dallas, and I met Manu Bennett, and then while I'm in Manu Bennett's line, I'm looking over to the right, and it's Christopher Lloyd's line, and I'm like, man, there's only like 5 people in that line. I kind of want to go over there, and then it's kind of like the same stupid mistake that we talked about earlier. It'll always be there. He'll be there, I can always come back and get it. His line's super short. Let me go get in a longer line. And I never came back. And that was my problem. So now, who knows when I'm going to get to meet Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, that's kind of how we were with the meeting, the original voice actor for Charlie Brown.
Oh, yeah.
We were like, just throwing it back and forth. And the guy who was standing there, he's like, come on. It's the original Charlie Brown. It's your childhood. I was like, he's got a point. So, all right. And, I mean, the guy was nicer than fucking shit. The guy was nice as shit. He was so fucking friendly.
Yeah.
Most people, how it is. Most people there, they won't even do a photograph.
Yeah, they're not like, unless you're paying for it.
Picture with you.
Yeah, they're like,
here's your autograph. Get the hell out of my face. Yeah.
Some of them are.
So it's like,
yeah.
So,
but not everybody.
He's like, you guys want a picture? And we're like, yeah, sure, we'll do a picture. Yeah, we're like, how much is it? He's like, don't worry about that.
Okay.
He took a picture with us. That picture you seen, yeah, it was real cool. Yeah.
I got a free picture with Kevin Conroy, voice of Batman.
A free picture with Kevin, yeah.
Yeah, because he was charging an extra. I was like, I'll just do this, but because he basically had to go to the bathroom and he was gone for like 20 minutes or something like that, or a half hour, and I was next. I was coming up next. He's like, hold on. So his like agent or whatever PR person was like, hold on. Like he'll be back. So everybody was kind of getting a little restless. So like everybody was saying shit like, somebody call Liam Neeson, he got taken. Like all kinds of stuff. So we're all laughing. And he comes back, everybody's like, yay. So I guess he felt kind of guilty or something like that. He had to take a dump or I don't know. But like, he was like, you want to take a picture? And I was like, is that extra? Because I was like, hey, I handed the guy the money already, He's like, come on. I was like, okay. That's fucking right. So I was wearing my Nightwing shirt, too. I don't have that shirt anymore.
Yeah. There was that year we went with you.
Ernie Hudson
we bumped into, what was his name? Brian
Posehn. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a picture with him that year. That was cool.
Yeah.
That was.
Just bumped into him. Just randomly bumped into him.
Yeah. We just kind of like locked eyes. I was like, hi, Brian. He was like, hey. I said, hey, can I get a picture with you? And he's just like, yeah, sure. So, it was like this really awkward, like really casual though, like, and I was like, man, I think you're hilarious. I love your stand up. And he's like, thanks. And he kind of smiled and kind of his eyebrows went up and like gave me a nod, like that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then just started bopping away. Like he like when he walked, it's kind of like a bob, you know. He's kind of like do 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 do.
Oh, he was excited to be there.
Dude, he was just chilling. I was like, that's cool. I heard a couple other people say hi to him. He was like, "What's up?" But it was so weird. Like
Mm-hmm.
we just kind of like we were walking, and I guess we were just standing each other's way, and we both like looked up at each other at the same time. It was just like locked eyes. It was kind of like, oh,
Yeah.
hi. But no, he was pretty cool.
The
He was
people
pretty
you'll
nice.
see at a Comic Con. The people.
Yeah.
There was a. We were at. So you know how the Comic Cons are, the fan days are, how they have the shops.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And like different shops have like different. Like some of them have the Funko, some of them got models and whatnot.
Yeah, like just statues or something.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we were looking at one of them. They had one part where it was a bunch of DeLoreans. They had like DeLorean models.
Huh.
I can't remember who from Back to the Future was at that one, but there was someone there at that one, and they were selling those. Anyway, the guy running the shop, he was talking to us, and he's like, would you believe? I thought he was telling me one of the fan days or something they were doing. He was like, he's like, my wife, she's a big Back to the Future fan, and he said they were just walking. You know how the crowds are at these
Yeah.
Comic Cons.
Yeah.
He said they were just walking through like a crowd and stuff. He said, "Fucking no shit." He said Christopher Lloyd just walked right past them, like she was on her cell phone the whole time.
Jeez.
He's like, "You're a big Back to the Future fan?" She's like, "Yeah, yeah." He was like, "Christopher Lloyd just walked right past you, brushed your shoulder,
Oh my gosh.
even bumped into you and said sorry, and you just kept walking. You totally ignored him."
Wow.
Yeah.
That's worst
He was
feeling
like, he was just
ever.
walking that way. He was like, I had to turn around and say, "No, you're fine, you're fine."
Wow.
And he just smiled and kept walking. She was like, "No." And he was like, "Yeah."
That's fucking
I
cool.
was like, "That's crazy." Yeah. I was like, "That's awesome." He's like, he's one of the nicest guys you'll see. He's like, if you see him, if you get to get his autograph, he's like, I highly suggest it because he's really cool.
Man.
I was like, all right.
You know whose autograph I want to
And
get?
then that's when Burrito was telling me about. She was like, "Remember when Red Chap said he could have got his autograph and he kicked himself in the ass for it?"
Yeah. Yeah. I still am. I mean, yeah.
And I was like, "Well, we can go back and tell him it's confirmed that he's not an asshole at all. He's actually a really cool dude."
You know what I really want? I want to get Billy West's autograph on my Fry from Funko Pop from Futurama. I think that'd be a cool one.
The last one we went to was the one with you. We had we bought a SpongeBob pop while we were there,
Yeah.
and we had Tom Kenny autograph it.
Did we talk about that recently?
I don't know, did we? I thought so. I don't remember.
That's
Oh, yeah.
still awesome. Or I think I may have said something like that in a watch along or something. I don't know. And I think I botched it. Like, you said there was a little girl there that like drew a picture of him or
Yes.
something. Will you tell?
Yes,
Because
so there
I
was,
know I botched that story at some point.
Yeah, so there was, so we're in line, and of course I wanted the autograph, but yeah, there were these kids. Like there was this dad who brought, obviously, like if you were to bring your kids, or I brought mine. His dad brought his kids. They were young kids, and he was getting a bunch of Steels autographed. He had like 2 or 3 Steels autographed, like show Steels. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he had 2 or 3 of those, and he was getting those autographed. He just kept pulling them out, and like after he got done, he was putting them all back in his backpack. The little girl, she was like, "Here, this is for you," and she gave him a picture that she drew, like hand drew of like SpongeBob and like all that and stuff. He's like, "Oh, this is for me," and she was like, "Yeah, this is He's like, oh, it's SpongeBob. And he started doing the SpongeBob voice for the kids. He's like, sorry, I can't do Patrick. And he was like, that's not me. And they were just laughing and stuff. It was so cool because, like, he did it. Like, no one paid him to do it. And stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that's so awesome, you know? And I looked at Burrito. I was like, hey, he's doing the